I'm Siddharth. I head the R Discovery initiative at Cactus, and joining me today are Parth and Achal from the Discovery team. So I'll talk about the product journey, the impact of the Discovery product, and what's leading to this innovation. But before I go there, I mean, it's good to look at the innovation of the triumph of innovation, disruption, and reimagination together. We have seen a lot of industries as a consumer now, which have experienced paradigm shifts because there's a tech innovation which comes in, it disrupts the status quo, and ultimately it's the entire consumer behavior which gets reimagined. You see payments, you see e-commerce, you see marketplaces, edtech, a lot of industries which have experienced this. And we believe for SciTech, and SciTech, we call it SciTech because now science is also experiencing some of these innovations. And one of them is our Discovery, where we are doing a lot of different things and doing a lot of things differently. And when we hear our users, which are researchers all across the globe, say that, hey, it's a very useful product. Where were you for the last 10 years? And I'm planning to use your product for a very long time. Then it just validates that point that there was a need in the market, and the solution that we have put out there is trying to plug in that hole. So I'll go straight into the problem statement and how we are doing it. But I mean, the main fact that as a researcher, we know that the most valuable resource is time. And anything which can give you time back as a researcher, give you control of your time back, is like a lifesaver, right? And research discovery is such a integral part of what research is. It's not like reading us as a normal consumers do, right? It's not for vocational purposes. Research discovery is integral to your research, right? And when you see that half of the time that readers spend is wasted in content discovery, and when you find articles, half of them are again found to be not useful, that means 75% of your precious time is just going waste, right? And this came out very strongly in one of the Elsevier reports a few years back, right? And when you speak to a lot of consumers, they still tell you that, hey, there's no place today where I can be very, very sure that if I go there, my effort will not be a waste of time. I'll find everything I need to know. So, and the researcher we're talking about has to know each journal article, each preprint, patent, conference note, review paper, policy doc, clinical trial. There are tons of information out there, right? 3 million plus papers published annually, which means like, you're looking for needles in an ever growing haystack, and that you're doing every single day. So each researcher, goes through this trouble. That's been the problem statement which has been driving us to put forward, a solution like our Discovery. And in this space, the market has never been a problem. I mean, the problem is this problem of not being able to find the right research in the shortest amount of time is faced by every researcher. Any designation, any geography, any subject area, and the market is no mug, right? I mean, you have a lot of research funding coming in, a lot of submissions happen, a lot of publications happen. The market is very strong. Top 5 publishers have revenues crossing billions, right? So the problem is not the market. The problem is not the demand from a user side. The problem was innovation, right? And what we are trying to put forward is our Discovery, which brings the research to a researcher in no time. So we are trying to just reverse the whole problem that a researcher tries to go to a search engine and tries to find research that he should read every day. Why should it be the case? We are just trying to reimagine this and saying that, hey, you open this app and you will find a feed of fresh papers every single session available to your reading, right? And it's an omnipresent platform. We are not restricting you to a desktop or a laptop, right? It's available on web, mobile, tablet, notifications, I mean, in the form of an email and, app notifications. So it's up to you as a researcher where you want to consume the information. We just bring it to your fingertips every single day. You read more or you read fast, we just give you the control of your time back. Now, how is our Discovery redefining research discovery? The first big point is once the platform knows what you want to research on, it doesn't need you to search every now and then again and again. Once your profile is set up, you will get research papers automatically every day. We have a multimodal concept map. So all the research that we have 300 million plus, records in our database on which we have done concept extraction, and we know what each research paper is talking about, and we know what the preferences of researchers are, having worked with researchers for over 2 decades now at Cactus, right? So that's a match that we have brought into prominence here. We have a lot of personified algorithms, as we call it, right, which run on top of these concept maps. And because of the usage signals that we see from a researcher on an app, that, hey, I like this paper, I don't like this paper, I like this topic, I like this journal, we give you most relevant papers that you require to read. And it's very different to a keyword search platform. I mean, somebody who's searching on COVID may type COVID-19, but we'll give you research from across all variations of 26 plus variations on COVID-19, unlike a keywords platform. And just carrying on the whole promise of a COVID researcher, 2 years back, when the whole thing unfolded, researchers, were trying to be on top of every new development. Every day, every minute was of essence. They were trying to connect to existing, research on SARS, MERS. In parallel, they were trying to look at existing new topics. They were worried about what's authentic, what's not. Now, all of that is possible via our discovery in a fraction of the time compared to 2 years back. So that's how it's made an impact. And as I said, finding needles in a haystack is impossible for a user. It's our job. And that's where we are trying to, improve each day. It's a machine's job. And when you look at the positive feedback we have been getting on our article recommendations, in the 9 months, we have doubled the percentage positive feedback from 44% to a 90%. So that whole time you were wasting to, in finding the relevant papers has been cut down. So this has been the journey in the last 9 months, and it's been like thousands, 50,000, 60,000 plus feedback now on this. So we are doing things differently. A lot of platforms, just have keyword search and have basic recommendations. So alongside our discovery, I put in 5 other players in the same market, but most of them are either search engines or community platforms. But we are the one who is trying to put in contextual machine learning driven recommendations and notifications into the play. And we personalize it like nobody else does, right? And we also trying to make consumption of research faster via AI summaries. And when I talk about personalization, it means that no 2 user sessions are the same on our discovery. Whether it's you as the same user, your 2 sessions will be different. Whether it's 2 separate users, the sessions ultimately become different, right? So there is a mix of real-time, near-time, and offline computations in order to find those needles in the haystack. And the real-time computations could be, I like a paper, I don't like a paper, I hide it. Near-time would be like, you're liking a particular journal, you're reading a few papers in the session, the next session is different. Then offline computations, we bring in collaborative filtering, trending, results and all of this. So underneath this, it's a novel AI strategy, which is built on multi-model scaffolding. So as I said, there's a concept model in the base. It's a concept mesh. We know how, what our research paper is all about, how different concepts are interconnected via vector paths. And above that, there is a lot of data cleaning and disambiguation happening via machine learning algorithms. And on top of that, we have then re-ranker mesh algorithms, the personalization algorithms, which take into account 20 plus parameters in giving you the right research. Right? So moving on to impact. So, I mean, a lot of researchers call us by very unique names. Somebody says it's a moving brain with everything you want to know. People say that I'm advancing faster than I was expecting to, and that's what we hope to see from a lot of researchers. And you get exactly what you're looking for. That's again, very, very good sign. Now on data, if you look at Sean Ellis test, which is a benchmark of, product market fit, 38% of people when we did this survey said they'll be very disappointed if this app didn't exist today. So that's where this app is making a very, very strong difference in the life of a researcher on a daily basis. And that's the reason why in the last 2 years, we have taken a journey where we have leapfrogged a lot of competitors which have been existing prior, right? And a lot of them are existing only on web, but on the app as well, we have gone beyond 1 million downloads. We have a very healthy app rating. We have on Play Store as well as app stores. And yeah, it's just been a 2-year journey compared to others which have been there for ages, right? So it's been a 20x growth on downloads in the last 1 year. We've gone past 1.4 million downloads. The more important point is people find recommendations useful. People find summaries useful in a very big way. And when they find the relevant articles, they try and read the full text. That's the biggest testimonial to, a product like this. And when they find relevant articles, they bookmark multiple papers. They read multiple papers. It's saving time for you from what was happening in a week. Now it happens in a single session. So that's on the product numbers and what the impact has been, but it goes beyond just what the product does, right? From a society perspective, time saved for a researcher means more time for research. And that means more innovation for the society, right? And our discovery is playing a very, very important role in democratizing research discovery, right? A lot of countries, so we have a reach in 190 plus countries, and a lot of researchers did not have an access to research. Now on their mobile phone, they have access to research. We propagate open access research. We have 30 million plus papers, making it us probably one of the largest repositories. And we work with the United Nations, as a part of Publishers Compact, summarizing, disseminating, reorganizing research. So that's on the societal impact. And that's pretty much it.